Hi and welcome to our 3-day Build Your Own Online Store Challenge. I'm Stian from Influx Online. I've been building e-commerce sites since 2013, and I'm going to show you how to set your online store up in the next 3 videos. At the end, your website will look like this. You'll be able to add your own logo, images, and products, and I'm going to show you how to do it step by step. People will be able to browse your products, add to cart, checkout, and pay online. You will have an About Us page, a contact page with a contact form, and at the end of the 3 days, you'll not only have your store online and ready to start selling, you'll also know how to manage it yourself. I made this course a 3-day challenge because I want to challenge everybody who want to build an e-commerce site to get started and commit to finishing. It's only 3 days and less than an hour a day, and you don't need any coding experience or prior knowledge. You just need to follow along with me step by step. We'll build a website using WordPress and WooCommerce. WordPress is free, it's the easiest and most powerful website builder available, and it powers about 40% of the world's websites. In the first video, we're going to lay all the groundwork for video 2 and 3. We're going to set up our domain name and website hosting accounts and install and configure WordPress. So we'll get everything ready for us to start adding products in the next video. You need 2 things to start a website: a domain name and website hosting. The domain name is the address of your website that people will type into the browser URL bar to visit your website. So basically, if your website was a house, then your domain name would be its address. For example, the domain name of Google is google.com. And website hosting is the place where your website files are stored. All websites need an actual place where they live. A way to think about it is, if the domain name was the address of your house, then web hosting is the actual house that the address points to. So the first step in this video is to set up your website hosting account, and I'm going to show you exactly how to open your account and what package to choose. I recommend using CLOUDWAYS hosting, and for a free 3-day trial, click on the link below this video or visit influxonline.net/hosting, and this page will open up. So the reason I recommend CLOUDWAYS is that since 2013 I've tried many different low-cost web hosts, and for only $10 a month, CLOUDWAYS is by far the best and most reliable. They have WordPress optimized servers, so your website always runs super fast. They offer automatic daily backups, and they have excellent support. So if anything should go wrong, you can get in touch with them and they'll be able to help you within minutes. So let's get started by clicking Get Started Free. Now on this page, you'll create your account. So go ahead and enter your details. You don't have to answer these questions. And for a 20% discount on your first payment, enter the promo code INFLUX. Click Agree and click Start Free. Okay, so your account is now created, but before we can set up the server, you need to verify your account. So go to your email inbox. You'll see an email from CLOUDWAYS. And then in the email, click Activate Account. Okay, so if you see this message, it means that your account has been verified. Next, we need to set up the application and server details. So first is the application, that is your website. Over here, you can leave it on the first option. Your application name, you can name this your website name. For this example, I'm going to call it my website. Your server name, whatever you want. I'll just call it my server. And again, your project, my website. Okay, next is selecting the server. You can leave it on DigitalOcean. Server size, move that down to 1 GB. That's more than enough space for an e-commerce site. And then server location. Now you want to have your server location closest to where your website visitors are from. So for example, if your website visitors are mostly from Europe, you can select Amsterdam or Frankfurt. I'll select Amsterdam. you'll see the monthly price is down to $10 per month. And to start your free 3-day trial, you can select Launch Now. Great, so you've created your CLOUDWAYS account. We set up your server. You can actually see it's being added here. And your 3-day trial is now started. So one thing you need to do within the next 3 days is upgrade your account. Otherwise, you'll lose the work that we do in the next 3 days. So to upgrade your account, click on this button here that says Upgrade My Account. On this page, add your billing information and click Authorize. I'll do that now. Okay, now that we have the hosting set up, next step is to register your domain. So your domain is the address that people will type in to visit your website. Now, maybe you already have a domain. That's no problem. You don't have to do this step. But if you don't have one yet, let's go to ionos.com to set one up. Registering your domain is actually very simple. All you need to do is on the ionos.com homepage, in the search box over here, search the domain that you want or the domain that you had in mind. So for this tutorial, I'm going to try see if this domain is available, influxnow.com. Okay, I'll click check to see. Okay, great. So this domain is available. If your domain was not available, they'll have these recommendations at the bottom for the same domain with different extensions. But otherwise, you can also try another search, maybe a slight variation in the domain that you wanted. Now, over here, you'll see the prices. Actually, see this one is $1 for the first year. So for this tutorial, we're just going to use this one. So click, choose the one you want, click Add to Cart. Usually they'll have some upsells for you. You don't have to take any upsells, just click Continue at the bottom. And there's some more upsells over here. Just click Domain Only. Your shopping cart, click Domain. Click Only, click Continue. We're a new customer, so click on Create New Account. Now over here, we just need to add our billing information and all other information to create the account. So let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, when all the details are filled in, click Continue to Payment Options. You can use your credit card or PayPal. I'll use my credit card. And once you've entered all your details, click Continue to Order Review. Check if all your information is correct. Everything seems to be correct. And then click Order Now. So the domain is now registered, so let's log into your Ionos account. Okay, it's going to confirm that you're not a robot. Okay, so when you log into your Ionos account, first you'll see this red notification here, confirmation of your contact details required. So you just need to go into your email inbox and verify your contact details. So I see I've got some messages from Ionos here about my order, but confirm your email address. I'll click on this one and I'll click confirm email address. And then on this page, click I confirm the email address. Okay, so let's go back to this page, click refresh. Great, so now we can use the domain. Now there's one last thing that we need to do before we can actually start building this website. and that is to make your domain point to your website server. And how we do this is we just add a few A records to your domain's settings. So firstly, what we need to do is we need to go back to your CLOUDWAYS account. And over here, you'll see My Server, and you just click on My Server. And what we want to do is we want to take the public IP, this IP address. So it says click to copy, so just click it, it will copy it. Then you go to back to your Ionos account, to your domain, you'll see this page, and you click on this little gear icon, and over here you'll see this tab that says DNS. So on this page you'll see a whole bunch of settings, and all we need to do is look for this single A with the @ and click on edit record. This IP address that's here already, we just need to replace it with the one that we just copied. So I just pasted it there, click save. All right, so here we can see the changes has successfully been saved. If we go down, you'll see this the A record with the @ and this is the IP address that we just pasted. And there's a second A record with a www, and you'll see that this one's also been updated. And one last thing that we need to do is we need to delete these AAAA records. They might interfere. So just click on this delete record button. Delete. And the second one as well, right at the bottom. Okay, great. So now that that's done, we can go ahead and start building our site. Now we can at last log into our website and start building it and add products. So in the next steps, I'm going to show you how to log into your WordPress website. We'll do a little bit of cleanup to make sure that we start with a fresh WordPress installation, and we'll install our theme and the e-commerce plugin. The cool thing is that our website's actually already been built. When we set up the hosting account, CLOUDWAYS automatically installed WordPress on our application. So we just have to go log in, do some customization, and start adding our content. Now in the previous steps, we set up the domain and we changed the A records in the domain to make it point to your website server. But one thing to note is that these changes that we've done on the domain side usually takes about 24 to 48 hours or sometimes even longer to take effect. So if you type in the domain now, your server will not come up. So what we'll do is we'll start building this website on a temporary domain that CLOUDWAYS provides. And when the website is finished, I'm going to show you how to change some settings on the CLOUDWAYS side to make sure that your website comes up when you type it in. So for now, we'll start on a temporary domain. When the website is ready to go live, we'll make it go live on the real domain that you just registered in the previous steps. To log into your website, go back to your CLOUDWAYS account. And when we log into our CLOUDWAYS account, you'll see that this Servers tab is selected. But we want to go to our application. So click on Applications, and you'll see the application where the website is installed. So just click on My Website, or whatever you named it, and you'll see a bunch of things here. You'll see a menu on the left. Don't really have to worry about most of those, and we'll see a bunch of things here. We'll update domain settings here in domain management when we're ready to make the website live. By that time, the domain will be pointing to the server, and we'll install the SSL certificate. But for now, to log into your website, find this section here, Admin Panel, and at URL, click on this funny little icon, and your login page will open in a new tab. Okay, your username will be the email address that you use to sign up for your CLOUDWAYS account. It'll also be here. So here it says click to copy. Click, copied. Paste. Okay, go back to this CLOUDWAYS page, and the password is already set. So you can just copy it here, click to copy, it's already copied. Paste it here, right, and click login. Alright, so this is the back end of your WordPress website, and this is where we're going to spend most of our time adding content and doing some customizations. Now it's called the back end because we're working on it basically behind the scenes. The public does not see this. What the public sees is the front end. So let's have a look at what the front end of the website looks like now. And to do that, go to this button on the top left-hand side. Hover over it, you'll see visit site. But what I like to do usually is I like to keep the back end open in a separate tab and open the front end in a new tab. So let's do that. Right click on this button, click open link in new tab. And this is what the website looks like now. It's not really pretty, it's just a standard basic theme that's installed at the moment. And there's some demo content over here. By the way, this is our temporary domain. It's also here as the title of the website. So yeah, but we're going to make it look really nice and make it look like a professional e-commerce website by installing a theme and some plugins. Now let's go back to the back end. So the next step is to do some cleanup, just to neaten it up a bit. So this is the dashboard, the first page that you'll see when you log into your backend. Let's dismiss this notice over here. Click dismiss, and you'll see there's a bunch of windows. Just click on these little arrows just to minimize these windows. Okay, it already looks a lot neater. Next, we'll go to posts. Just click on posts. There's two sample posts there already. Select all the boxes by clicking this box next to the title. At bulk actions, click the drop down and click move to trash. Click apply. Alright, in trash, you can just do the same and delete permanently. Okay, so all the sample posts are deleted. Let's go to pages and do the same. Okay, so they've generated a privacy policy page, so I think it's good just to keep that one. So let's delete this page called sample page. Click on trash under it. Go to the trash folder, hover over sample page and click delete permanently. Okay, so we've deleted the posts, we've deleted the sample pages. If we go to appearance and themes, you'll see that there are 3 themes installed at the moment. So you recognize this green, and this is the theme that we are currently using. It's a standard theme that comes with WordPress called 2021. And then you'll see 2 other themes, 2019, 2020. So let's delete the ones that are not in use. Click on theme details for the 2019 one. And at the bottom right, click delete. Confirm, click OK. And do the same for the 2020 theme. Click on theme details. At the bottom right, click delete. Confirm that you want to delete it, click OK. Okay, so now we only have this installed theme. And then lastly, plugins. So usually WordPress comes pre-installed with a couple of plugins. I like to just delete all the plugins, all the sample pages, and all the pre-installed themes, just to start with a clean, fresh version of WordPress. So in plugins, we'll select all the buttons, all the plugins. At bulk actions, first we have to actually deactivate the active ones. Click deactivate, click apply. They're all deactivated now, so select all again by clicking this button. Under the bulk actions drop down, click delete, click apply, confirm that you want to delete them all, click OK. And now all the plugins are deleted. So now that we've cleaned up WordPress a little bit and deleted all the pre-installed things, let's go to settings to set our website name and do some minor configuration. So follow me, go to settings, and under settings, click on general. Go to this section here where it says site title and enter your website name. So I'm going to be building a furniture website. So my website name is going to be the modern home. Enter your tagline if you wish. You can leave it. Out. I'm going to make my tagline stylish modern furniture. Okay, so the WordPress address, the URL, so this is still the temporary URL. This will be updated to your URL that you registered automatically when we change the settings in CLOUDWAYS. Your administration email address should be fine as it is, but you can change it to whatever you want. You can set your time zone, your date format, time format, and if you're ready, click Save Changes. Next, go to permalinks. Now, permalinks are used to refer to a specific page, post, or product on your website. It's usually what comes after the domain. So for example, if you have a post and your post, for example, it's called sample post, this is what will appear. So we want to keep it on post name. If we have it on any of these other ones, it'll have these codes or dates or different things. But sample post or post name is the best for SEO. So just click on post name, click Save Changes, and that is it. So we don't really have to change any of the other settings here. Later on we'll come back to, I think, reading, but for now that is it. So next we'll install our e-commerce plugin and a website theme. We'll install a plugin called WooCommerce and we'll install a theme or template called Storefront. But some of you may ask, what is a plugin? Now, a plugin is a piece of software that we can add to our WordPress website to give it some extra functionality. It's the same as adding an app to your mobile phone. So in the same way, we can add a plugin to the website to give it a specific feature we need. So there are thousands of free plugins available on the plugin directory. For this website, I think we'll use 3 plugins, but we'll start off with this WooCommerce plugin that'll give us the functionality of adding products to the website and accepting payments and everything that goes with that. So let's hover over plugins on the left-hand menu. You'll find it over here. And then click Add New. So this is the plugin directory where you find all the plugins. In the search bar over here, we'll search for the plugin we need. We'll search for WooCommerce. Click Enter to search. And this is the plugin we want. So we'll click Install now. Right, so it's installed. Next, we need to activate it. So click Activate. So once the plugin's activated, we need to complete these steps to get it set up. So first step is the store details. You need to enter your store address. If you don't have a physical address, you can also use your home address. It's no problem. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, once you entered your address, click Continue. Build a better WooCommerce. Let's just send some information to WooCommerce so we can click Yes. Count me in. Next is your industry. So my shop will be selling furniture, so I'll select home, furniture, and garden. You can select whatever is applicable to you. Then click Continue. Your product type, physical products, that's what we're selling. You can also sell downloads, but I think most of us will be selling physical products. Click Continue. And some business details. How many products do you plan to display? I think I'm going to display about 10 products. Are you currently selling elsewhere? No. Here they want us to install some additional plugins. Just deselect these. We just want to start clean with a fresh installation of WooCommerce. We can always install what we need later, but we don't want to confuse ourselves with extra additional plugins and stuff like that. After deselecting all of these, click continue. Alright, so now it's time to choose a theme. So currently we have the 2021 theme installed, but we want to use Storefront, the Storefront theme. So I'm just going to click choose and go ahead and do this as well. Next step, just click no thanks. Okay, so now the plugin is installed and the Storefront theme or template, if you want to call it that, is also installed. So just click exit here. All right, now it's asking us to do some extra steps. So we're going to do that manually in the settings, but I just want to show you something in the meantime. Now we've installed WooCommerce. You'll notice that in the left-hand menu, there's a lot more options now. So we've got this new option called WooCommerce. We've got this option called products. This is where we're going to add products. You've got analytics. We've got marketing. So every time you install a plugin, usually you can find this plugin here on the left-hand side menu. And we also installed our new theme, the Storefront theme. So let's go ahead and have a look at the website, see what it looks like now. So I'm going to open in a new tab. So now you see the website is completely different. The old theme was green, now it's white, and the layout is a little bit different. It's got the cart button, shop, checkout pages, and we're going to build on this theme to add content and products to make it look like a professional e-commerce website. Before we can start with that though, we need to complete the setup of the WooCommerce plugin. We need to add our information on how to accept payments, shipping details, and those kind of things to make sure that the online store works how we need it to work. So we'll complete the configuration of our WooCommerce plugin, then we'll start adding products. So let's go back to the back end. Under WooCommerce, click on Settings. This is where we're going to configure our online store to make sure that everything works the way your online store needs it to work. So we'll go through these tabs at the top, product shipping, payments, and so on. But one thing to note is that these settings are already entered for us by default. So what we'll need to do, we just need to go through all of these tabs and all these settings to make sure that everything is how we need it to be. So you'll see that our address is already entered. Next is general options, so selling locations. Now you want to maybe sell to your one country, the country you're in, or you can sell to all countries, but there are options to sell to specific countries or to sell to all countries except for specific countries. So if you select specific countries, you can select them there. But for my store, the one that I'm building for this tutorial, I'm going to sell to all countries. Shipping locations, obviously you want to ship to the countries you sell to. And default customer location, you don't have to worry about that. Enable taxes. If you want to enable taxes and calculations on your online store, you can select that. I'm going to leave that deselected for now. Enable coupons. Yes, you can enable coupons. Or if you plan not to use coupons, you don't have to enable it. But it's a good idea to have it. Currency options. Now, I'm in South Africa. That's why it automatically selected South African Rand. But because I'm going to sell to all countries, I'm going to select United States dollar. You can select your currency position and so on. And one thing to remember is if you made any changes, just remember to click Save Changes. Okay, next we'll move on to the Products tab. Now most of these settings are fine as it is. We'll leave the shop page on shop. We'll leave the add to cart behavior as it is. Placeholder image is fine. Measurements is for shipping. So whatever shipping unit or measurement unit you use, please select that. Reviews, to enable reviews, keep it selected. If you wish that people don't leave reviews, you can deselect that. But I'd say just leave it selected for now. We'll deal with reviews a bit later, and you can always come back to disable it if you wish to do so. Then just click save again. I didn't make any changes, so I'm not going to save. Next, we'll go to this inventory button below products. And this is where we're going to manage inventory settings if you want to have the website manage your stock or not. For example, if you have 10 items of a certain product and you get one order on the website will then remember that you have 9 of those products left. So you can decide if you want the website to remember your stock levels or not. If you have loads of inventory and you're not worried about selling out of products on this website, then you don't have to enable stock management. But for this tutorial, I'm going to keep it enabled. How long you want the stock to be held? So basically, if you receive an order and you don't receive payments within 60 minutes or whatever this amount is here, the order will be cancelled and that stock will not be taken off the inventory. So I think 60 minutes is fine. Notifications, if you want to receive notifications of low stock and out of stock products, keep this selected. You'll be notified on your email address here. Low stock threshold and out of stock threshold, those are the numbers that'll trigger the notifications. Out of stock visibility. If you want the website to hide products that are out of stock, select this option, but I think it's better to have the products be displayed and have it show out of stock so that people know what products you usually have available. And then stock display format. You can choose if you want to display how much stock you have available, or if you never want to show the remaining quantity. I'm going to select never show remaining quantity in stock. Then click Save Changes. Next, downloadable products. We're not dealing with downloadable products, so don't even have to go there. So next we go to shipping. Now in WooCommerce, a customer's shipping rate is based on their shipping zone. And a shipping zone is basically a geographical region where a certain set of shipping rates and methods can apply. Now WooCommerce will automatically match a customer to a shipping zone based on their delivery address that they enter in checkout. You can add as many shipping zones as you like based on the delivery costs for different areas. So you'll just need to check with your courier company what their rates are and add shipping zones accordingly. For this website, I'm going to add 2 shipping zones, one for local, one for my country, and one rate for international orders. So to add your first shipping zone, click on this button that says Add Shipping Zone. Shipping zone name, my first shipping zone, I'll call local. Shipping zone region, so this will be the South African one, so I'm just going to enter South Africa. Shipping methods, let's click Add Shipping Method. So there are a few shipping methods. We have flat rate, we have free shipping, and we have local pickup. I'm going to choose flat rate. You can choose whatever you want. Click Add Shipping Method. And by the way, you can add multiple shipping methods. So you can have a flat rate and you can also have a local pickup. But I'm just going to use one shipping method, flat rate. So after we've added the shipping method, let's click Edit, because we want to add the cost of the shipping rate. So for example, I'll make this cost $10, then click Save Changes. So this local shipping zone is now set up and saved. So let's go back by clicking on this shipping zones link. Now I can see the shipping zone is added, so local, region, South Africa, shipping method, flat rate. Now we need to set a shipping zone for the rest of the world. So instead of setting a new shipping zone for every single country, I will use this option that says locations not covered by other shipping zones. I'll click on Manage Shipping Methods. For this, I'll add the shipping method. It'll be a flat rate again. To set the price, click Edit under flat rate. And let's say for this one, I'll make it $15. Click Save Changes. So this one is also now set up. Let's go back to shipping zones. All right, so this one's also set up because it says flat rate over there. Now shipping zones is set up. If someone from South Africa places an order, they'll pay $10 for shipping. If someone from the rest of the world places an order, they'll pay $15 for shipping. Next, to finish off the shipping section, let's go to shipping options. Shipping calculations, there's two options. One, enable the shipping calculator on a cart page, or hide shipping costs until the address is entered. I would keep it on the cart page. And shipping destination, I would keep it on default to customer billing address. No need to worry about debug mode. No need to save because we didn't change anything. Unless you change something, click save. No need to go to shipping classes. Next, let's go to payments. So this is where you select how you want to get paid when someone places an order on your online store. Now there are 4 payment methods that come standard with WooCommerce, and 3 of these don't really ever get used. So we're going to use PayPal. Now PayPal is the easiest way to start accepting payments on e-commerce. Most people trust PayPal. You don't need a PayPal business account. And if you don't have an account yet, you can set one up by going to paypal.com. It'll just take a few minutes. If you want, you can add other payment methods as well using other payment gateways. You can use companies like Stripe, 2Checkout, Skrill, but you'll need to register with them. Once you've registered with them, they'll provide documentation and tutorials on how to add them here in WooCommerce. And if you want, you can also search which payment gateways are the best for your country and set them up using the same method. But for now, let's set up and enable PayPal so that we can start accepting payments as soon as we make this website live after this challenge. So let's click on the Setup button on the right-hand side. On this page, all you need to do is click Enable PayPal Standard and enter your PayPal email address over here. There are some advanced options. You don't have to worry about that. At receive email, enter your PayPal email address again. The rest of the options, you don't have to worry about that. Then click Save Changes. Changes are saved. Let's go back to Payments. Now you'll see that PayPal is enabled. So when we use the website and someone checks out, they will be able to use PayPal. We'll do some testing later in this tutorials. Next, let's go to Accounts and Privacy. Now, all of these settings here are ready as it is. You can go through it in your own time if you want to see if you want to change anything, but I'd recommend just keeping it as is. Next, emails. Now, every time someone places an order or any of these actions happen, either you as the store admin or the customer or both of you will receive an email. Now these emails are already handled by WooCommerce. They're already written. You don't have to write any of these emails. It'll just happen automatically. We'll do some tests later and you'll see what these emails look like. But if you want to change your admin email recipient email address, or for some reason you want to disable any of these admin emails, you can do so by clicking Manage. But we're not going to do that now. Down here at Email Sender Options, the from name is your store name that we said earlier in this training. You can change the from email name here. Maybe you just want to have your personal name, whatever you want. The from email address, same thing. You can change what email address your emails are coming from. Your email template. So here we can actually see a template of the emails that will be sent. So you can click here. I'm going to open it in a new tab. So let's see what it looks like. All right, so this is what it'll look like. It'll have this header section, the color. It'll have this type of text and colors. So if there's something you want to change, I would suggest only changing the base color. To do that, click here. Let's say we want to make it a navy blue, but you can choose any color. There. Okay. What else do we want to change? Not really much, but the footer of this email, it says built with WooCommerce. So we want to remove this built with WooCommerce thing. So we can do that here by footer text. Remove all of this so that you only have the site title. And then if you made changes, click Save. So let's go back to email template, see what it looks like. Open in a new tab again. Now we'll see that this is blue. In fact, I'm actually going to make it a darker blue. Let's have a quick look again. Okay, this looks better than this. Okay, next, if you scroll up to the configuration tabs, you'll see integration and advanced. Now for these two, you don't have to do anything. They're already set up as it should be. So this is the end of the WooCommerce configuration. We've reached the end of video 1. All the groundwork is now done, and in the next video, we'll start adding our products. If you completed the video, comment the word done below and let us know if you have any questions. See you in the next video.